Last year, an LA family called me almost panicked. They had just moved to Lancaster from somewhere. They had picked a beautiful home in West Lancaster, near construction, master plan community, all the amenities. They were paying $1,300 a month more than they expected. Their kids were assigned to a school they had in research. Their commute was actually 15 minutes longer than their older one, and they were already talking about selling and moving back. Here's the thing. Lancaster was the right city for them. They just picked the wrong side of Lancaster. Because what most people don't realize is that there are two completely different Lancasters. West Lancaster will sell you a $545,000 home with newer construction and HOA amenities. East Lancaster will sell you the same square footage for $405,000, same city, same zip code structure, $140,000 price difference, completely different lifestyles, completely different commute math, completely different school assignments. Today I'm walking you through the 7 things you need to know before moving to Lancaster in 2026, including the East versus West reality nobody talks about. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which side of Lancaster matches your family, your budget, and your real life, not the Zillow version. Now stay with me. This video could literally save you $140,000. I'm Jennifer Espinoza. I'm a bilingual SoCal realtor, born and raised in California. I've lived in Palmdale since I was 15. I help families across the Antelope Valley, San Gabriel Valley, San Fernando Valley, and I even go all the way down to the Inland Empire. Buying and selling. I work primarily with first-time buyers and Latino families navigating home ownership in English or even in Spanish. I'm also a second-year JD student focused on real estate and property law. So when I'm walking through neighborhood differences, I'm not just talking about vibes. I'm talking about the legal disclosures, school zoning rules, and contract implications that actually matter for you. But here's the disclaimer up front. This isn't legal advice. Always consult licensed professionals. What this is an honest Lancaster breakdown most agents won't even give you. Because if you're not from here, you don't know which Lancaster is which, right? And by the end of this video, you will. Let's get into it. The number one thing to know before moving to Lancaster is the price gap between East and West is real, and it's bigger than anyone ever tells you. Here's a scenario. 2 buyers, same week, both looking at 4-bedroom, 2 bathrooms around 2,000 square feet, both with $500,000 budget. Buyer A goes east. They find a 1985 home in East Lancaster for $405,000. Established neighborhood, mature trees, character, needs some update. Kitchen is dated, master bath original, but solid bones. Buyer B goes west. They find a 2015 home in a master plan community in West Lancaster for $545,000. Granite counters, new flooring, attached 2-car garage, community pool access, move-in ready. Same square footage, same bed and bath count, $140,000 price difference. Both buyers think they made the smart choice. But here's where it gets really interesting. When you actually calculate the true monthly cost, the gap is even bigger than the sticker price suggests. Real Lancaster monthly cost comparison in 2026. East Lancaster home is about $405K home, 5% down. Principal and interest is at 7%, about $2,560. Property tax at 1.2%, about $405 Mello-Roos, typically 0. HOA typically 0. Insurance, older home, about $165. Utilities is about $460. The true total is about $3,590 a month. West Lancaster, $545K home, 5% down. Principal interest is 7%, about $3,440. Property taxes at 1.2%, about $545. Mello-Roos is typically $175. HOA typically $135. Insurance is about $145. Utilities is around $490. True total cost is $4,930 a month. Monthly difference is $1,340 over 30 years. $482,400. Verdict on the price. East Lancaster wins on raw affordability, full stop, but East Lancaster homes typically need more upfront repairs and updates. If you don't have $15,000 to $30,000 for renovations on top of your down payment, that affordability disappears fast. West Lancaster costs more monthly, but you're moving into a finished modern home. The trade-off is real. This is an action step you need to take before you tour homes. Calculate your real monthly comfort number, not your maximum loan approval. your comfortable monthly housing payment. If your comfortable number is $3,800 and below, start East Lancaster. If it's $4,500 to $5,200, West Lancaster is in the range. If you're in between those numbers, we need to talk. Let's move to things number 2. Schools in East versus West Lancasters are not equal, and the difference can hit your kids hard. Let me tell you a scenario I see constantly. A family relocates from Los Angeles County. They find a beautiful $385,000 home in East Lancaster. Great deal, right? They close on the home. School year starts in August. Then they discover their assigned elementary school is rated 3 out of 10 on most rating sites. The middle school, their zone 2, has limited AP options. So they're kind of just stuck. They can't easily move. They can't afford private schools. And they didn't research school zoning before they actually bought this home. Compare that to a family who bought $545,000 home in a master plan West Lancaster community. Their assigned elementary is rated 7 out of 10. Middle school has stronger programs. High school has full AP and IB tracks. They didn't have to research. Most West Lancaster schools are rated the same. Same Lancaster, 2 complete different school experience for the kids. Lancaster School District reality in 2026. Lancaster School District serves elementary and middle schools. Antelope Valley Union High School District serves high schools all across both Palmdale and Lancaster. East Lancaster elementary ratings range from 2 to 7 out of 10, significantly variance, and the school you're assigned to depends on your exact street, not just the neighborhood. West Lancaster elementary ratings range from 5 to 8, less variance, more predictable. The wild card. Charter schools and magnet programs exist in both areas, but you actually have to apply, and entry isn't always guaranteed for you. Specific high schools you should know about. Quartz Hills High. The school is 8 out of 10. Highly desirable. Many West Lancaster homes are zoned there. Eastside High School, 6 out of 10. It's solid for athletics and trades programs. Lancaster High School, 4 out of 10. Improving, but historically struggled. Verdict on schools. West Lancaster is safer if your kids have school-age kids and you don't want to research zone carefully. East Lancaster has hidden gems. Some of the elementary schools are rated 6 and 7, but you have to do real zoning research. 2 streets apart can mean 2 completely different schools. Here's an action step I need you to know. Before you make any offer on any Lancaster home, do these 3 checks. Number 1, search the exact home address on greater schools or niche to see specific school assignments. Number 2, just check current ratings for elementary, middle school, and even high school. Number 3, ask your realtor about any pending school zoning changes. They happen more than you really think. Quick reminder, if you are seriously considering Lancaster and you want my AV neighborhood map, DM me or even comment below Palmdale or on my Instagram at Casa Espinosa Homes. The map shows Mello-Roos status by area, school district assignments by zip codes, average home prices by neighborhood, and which areas have HOAs and which actually don't. And for my Spanish people, comment or DM me below la palabra casa and I'll send the map in Spanish. I personally answer every message, English or Spanish, zero pressure, always. And subscribe for new videos every Wednesdays and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Okay, back to the things you do need to know. Thing number 3. The commute map between East and West Lancaster is different from what you think. A typical scenario, aerospace engineer hired at Plant 42 in Palmdale. He's looking for a home and a realtor tells him, Lancaster is fine for that commute. He picks a beautiful home in East Lancaster, East Side, near 30th Street East, day 1 of his new job. 35-minute drive each way. He's been quoted about 20 minutes. There's an extra 30 minutes a day, 150 minutes a week, 130 hours a year, sitting in traffic he didn't plan for. Here's a different scenario. A different aerospace engineer at the same plant. She picks a home in West Lancaster, off 30th Street West. Her commute, 18 minutes consistently. Same job, same city, same Lancaster, 17 minutes per direction different. Multiply over a career. That's potentially thousands of hours of her life back. Real Lancaster commute times in 2026. West Lancaster, 93536 to Plant 42, 15 to 20 minutes. Edwards AFB, 25 to 30 minutes. Burbank, 1 hour 5 minutes, light traffic. Downtown LA, 1 hour and 15 minutes, light, 2 hours peak. East Lancaster, 93534 to Plant 42, 25 or 35 minutes. Edwards AFB, 30 to 40 minutes. Burbank, 1 hour and 15 minutes, light. Downtown LA, 1 hour to 20 minutes, light, 2 hours and 15 minutes, peak. Metrolink Antelope Valley Line Station is located on the west side of Lancaster, convenient from West Lancaster. Adds 10 to 15 minutes from East Lancaster. Monthly Metrolink pass to LA Union Station about $220. Verdict on commute. If you work at Plant 42, Edwards AFB, or aerospace contractors in this area, West Lancaster is significantly more practical. Closer to the 14 freeway, closer to Metrolink Station. East Lancaster is fine if you work in Lancaster itself or work fully remote. If you commute daily, that extra 15 to 17 minutes adds up real fast. Here's an action step. Before you make an offer, drive your future commute at the actual time you'll be driving it. Not on a Sunday afternoon. Drive it at 6:30 a.m. on a Tuesday. Then drive it at home at 5 p.m. on a Wednesday. That's your real commute, not Google Maps estimate. Let's move on to thing number 4. The HOA in the Mello-Roos reality in Lancaster is geographic and mostly buyers don't understand it. A scenario. A young couple finds a stunning new construction home in West Lancaster. Master plan community, $565,000. Brand new build. They love it. The sales rep mentioned there's a small HOA and special assessment. Totally normal. Nobody quantifies it. First property tax bill arrives. Mello-Roos special assessment, $3,400 a year. HOA, $145 a month with $1,800 annual maintenance reserve. They had budgeted $0 for HOA and Mello-Roos because nobody had explained how much they'd actually be. Real cost surprise in year 1, nearly $7,000 they hadn't planned for. Meanwhile, a different buyer purchases in an established East Lancaster neighborhood for $395,000. No HOA, no Mello-Roos, property taxes only. Their annual surprise, $0. Lancaster HOA and Mello-Roos reality in 2026. East Lancaster zip 93534 and east of that, HOA rare. Most established neighborhoods have no HOA. Mello-Roos rare. Most older neighborhoods have no Mello-Roos. A fewer new East Lancaster pockets have both, but there's an exception. West Lancaster on zip code 93536. HOA common. Master plan communities have monthly HOAs ranging from $85 to $250. Mello-Roos very common. Master plan neighborhoods typically have $150 to $350 a month in Mello-Roos. Brand new West Lancaster constructions, HOA plus Mello-Roos can total from $400 to $600 a month combined. That's $4,800 to $7,200 a year in fees that older East Lancaster homes simply don't have. Verdict on fees. East Lancaster wins decisively on hidden fees. Almost no HOA, almost no Mello-Roos. West Lancaster's amenities, newer construction, and neighborhood maintenance are funded by those fees. You're getting something for the cost, but you're paying for it monthly forever. Action step. Before making an offer for any Lancaster home, ask 3 questions. Number 1, is there an HOA? What's the current monthly fee? Number 2, is there Mello-Roos? What's the monthly amount and when does it expire? Number 3, have there been any special assessment in the last 3 years? If your agent doesn't know, request the HOA documents and property tax bill before even going further. Thing number 5. There's an insurance gap between East and West Lancaster that nobody talks about. A scenario from a past year. A buyer was relocating from a tiny LA apartment to a 1962 East Lancaster home. Beautiful character home, $385,000. They get their insurance quote, $2,800 a year. That's $233 a month. 2 months later, a friend buys a 2018 West Lancaster home, comparable size, $545,000. His insurance quote, $1,580 a year, $132 a month. Same city, older home costs more to insure than newer homes by over $100 a month. Even though the older home costs less to buy, why does insurance cost more for older East Lancaster homes? These are 3 big factors. Roof age. Older homes often have older roof. Many insurance won't write a policy on a roof older than 20 years. Electrical systems. Pre-1980 wiring sometimes triggers higher rates or required upgrades. Plumbing. Galvanized pipes in older Lancaster homes can lead to higher premiums. Real ranges for Lancaster in 2026. Newer West Lancaster homes, 210 plus older builds, $125 plus $165 a month. Mid-age West Lancaster homes, 1995 to 2009 builds, $135 to $185. Older East Lancaster homes, 1955 to 1990 builds, $165 to $250 a month. Very old or problematic homes, $250 to $400 a month if you can find a carrier. Verdict on insurance. West Lancaster is generally cheaper to insure due to newer construction. East Lancaster insurance premium can eat into your monthly savings from your lower purchase price. Some East Lancaster homes are essentially uninsurable without major upgrades, which most buyers don't budget for. Action step. Before making an offer on any Lancaster home over 30 years old, get a preliminary insurance quote based on the home's exact address, age, and roof condition. If the quote comes back over $250 a month, factor that into your budget. If no insurance will write a policy, walk away or budget for the upgrades. Thing number 6. Community vibes of East versus West Lancaster are dramatically different, and this matters more than buyers realize until they're already living there. A scenario. A Latino family wanted to move closer to a family in Lancaster. They could afford either East or West. They picked West Lancaster because the home was newer, better amenities, felt safer on the tour. 6 months in, they tell me, it's beautiful, but it doesn't feel like home. Our neighbors are nice but distant. Nobody talks. There's no community. 2 streets are quiet. There are no quinceañeras spilling onto front yards. There's no music from neighbors' barbecues on Saturday. There's no abuela checking on the kids playing outside. It's quiet, almost too quiet for them. They eventually sold and moved to East Lancaster. Different home, older, smaller, needed work, but the second day they were there, a neighbor walked over with a tamal plate to welcome them. By month 2, they knew every neighbor's name. By month 3, their kids were running through 3 backyards. Same Lancaster, 2 completely different community experiences. Real Lancaster community profile in 2026. East Lancaster, 65 to 75% Hispanic and Latino in most neighborhoods, 15% Black. Work-class community roots, multi-generational household common, strong front yard and porch culture, family-owned business dominated. West Lancaster, 45 to 55% Hispanic and Latino, 25 to 35% white, mix of newer relocations and long-term residents, more single-family households without extended family, backyard-focused culture, quieter streets, chain store dominant. Neither is better, they're different, but you need to know what you moved into. Verdict on community. If you value strong culture, community, multi-generational connections, family-owned businesses, and more rooted feel, East Lancaster. If you value quieter streets, newer amenities, and more relocated families like yourself, West Lancaster. If you're a first-time generation Latino family especially, East Lancaster's community network can be life-changing. Don't underestimate that. Action step. Before you make an offer, drive your potential neighborhood at 3 different times. Saturday afternoon, see if your neighbors are outside. Are there block parties? What's the vibe? Tuesday evening, 6 to 7 p.m. See what's after work life looks like. Sunday morning, see if it's a quiet neighborhood or church and cookout active. The community is a real factor. Treat it that way. Let's move on to thing number 7. And the one that surprised people the most. Appreciation of potential in Lancaster is opposite of what most buyers assume. Most buyers assume newer West Lancaster homes will appreciate faster. Better construction, better neighborhoods, better schools. Makes sense, right? Not always. Here's what's actually happening in 2026. West Lancaster prices are at near their historic peak. The neighborhoods are mature. The new construction premium has already been priced in. Annual appreciation is 2 to 4%. East Lancaster prices are coming up from a longer depressed base. Investors are buying and renovating. Young families are pushing into established neighborhoods for affordability. Annual appreciation in some pockets, 6 to 9%. A 405K East Lancaster home appreciating at 7% gains $28,350 in year 1. A 545K West Lancaster home appreciating at 3% gains $16,350 in year 1. The lower price home actually builds more equity. That's not what most buyers expect. Real Lancaster appreciation data, 2024 to 2026 in West Lancaster, 2 to 4% annual appreciation. Solid, predictable. East Lancaster, 93534 and the newer 93535, 4 to 9% in selected areas. Most variable. Some of the best East Lancaster areas, particularly near newer commercial developments and improving school zones, has seen 8 to 11% appreciation in 2025. The caveat is that East Lancaster appreciation is not uniform. Picking the right area matters enormously. Verdict on appreciation. East Lancaster, if you pick the right pocket, it's currently outperforming West Lancaster on raw percentage gains. West Lancaster is steadier but slower. If you're treating your home partly as an investment, that matters. Action step. Before buying, ask your realtor for the past 3 years of sales price data for the specific street and neighborhood, not just the city. East Lancaster has gold mines and traps. Right street can be a great move. Wrong street can stagnate. Don't generalize about an entire side of that city. Here's how I actually advise my buyers. If your budget is under $450,000 and you're a first-time buyer, look at East Lancaster. Do your school research carefully. Get a through-rough inspection. You'll get more home for your money. Your monthly cost will be sustainable, and the appreciation potential is real. If your budget is $475,000 to $575,000 and you're relocating from LA, look at West Lancaster. Newer construction matches what you're used to. Schools are easier to navigate. The transition is smoother. And if you're an aerospace family with VA financing and Plan 42 or Edwards Commute, West Lancasters is almost always the right choice. Shorter commute, newer construction, better lending compatibility on properties. And if you're a Latino multi-generation or you want strong cultural community, East Lancaster networks can be life-changing. Don't dismiss that. The trap I see most often, LA buyers pick East thinking great price without understanding the school zoning, insurance, and condition risk. They end up regretting it. The other trap I often see is budget buyers stretch into West Lancaster, end up house poor with Mello-Roos and HOA crushing their budget. Pick the Lancaster that matches your reality, not the one that looks best on Zillow. And if you want my help figuring out which side is right for you and your family, just comment below the word Palmdale or DM me the word Palmdale on my Instagram at Casa Espinosa Homes. And for my Spanish speakers, comment below la palabra casa or DM me on my Instagram casa. Or just book a free 15 to 30 minute strategy call. The link is in my description. I personally answer every message, English or Spanish. Zero pressure, always. And subscribe for more honest neighborhood breakdowns every Wednesdays and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Tu casa propia sí es posible, whether you're East or West Lancaster. Let's pick the right side for you. And I'll see you on Wednesday.